What's up, everybody? BD Anthony here. It's been a while. In this video, I'm gonna tell you the movies I watched with Tom Sizemore. And the reason I watch these movies is because of his death from brain aneurysm. And I won't keep the video long. I'm just gonna tell you what I've watched and give you my input on these movies. And the first one I watched was Harley Davidson and the Marlboro Man with Mickey Rourke and Don Johnson. This was a really fun buddy action film. And Don Johnson was kind of funny in this movie as well. Mickey Rourke, he's always a badass in this movie. If you guys never seen a Mickey Rourke movie or Don Johnson movie, also Tom Sizemore was in this movie, I highly recommend you guys watch this movie. And the next one I watched was Lock Up with Sylvester Stallone. And this was Tom Sizemore's first movie, and I gotta say, Stallone never disappoints me, and Tom Sizemore did an excellent job for his first movie. And one scene that he did when he was trying to fight off the guard, saving Stallone, the most extremely ballsy thing he ever did, his character ever did. He was in the water and he electrocute himself and the guard just to let Stallone's character get away. Really, really ballsy. Another movie you guys should check out as well. And the next one I watched was Company of Heroes, a war movie. And in this movie we got Tom Sizemore, Chad Michael Collins from the new Sniper films, Vinnie Jones, Neil McDonough, and Jurgen Prochnow from Air Force One. I love these kind of movies, these war films. I just love war films. They're fun to watch. Worth checking out, you guys. And the next one I watched was Dreamcatcher, and I got to say, that movie was so freaking incredible. And great casting too. We got Morgan Freeman, Thomas Jane, Jason Lee, Damian Lewis, Timothy Olyphant, if I'm pronouncing his name correctly, Tom Sizemore, and Donnie Wahlberg. Donnie Wahlberg was excellent in this movie. Everyone was excellent in this movie. And this was based on the Stephen King novel. Definitely worth checking out, you guys. And the next one I watched was a monster movie, The Relic. It was a great movie, but the picture quality wasn't that great because it was kind of hard to see the details on people's faces or pretty much anything. But it was still a good movie, but I wish they did better with the video quality. But we're checking out anyway, you guys. And the other one I watched was Reach Me with Sylvester Stallone. This movie had a great casting. Great movie. We got Denny Aiello, Tom Berenger, Lauren Cohan, Kevin Connolly, Terry Crews, Carrie Elwes, Kelsey Grammer, Omari Hardwick, Elizabeth Hendrich, Thomas Jane, Ryan, I don't know if I'm pronouncing his name correctly, Quantin, Nelly, David O'Hara, Kyra Sedgwick, Tom Sylvester Stallone, and Danny Trejo. And this movie reminds me of Crash because in this movie, it has to do not just one life, but other people's life stories. Kind of like an anthology movie. Worth checking out. And the next one I watched was Striking Distance with Bruce Willis. This was a fun movie as well. I like these kind of thriller. I love thrillers. And Sarah Jessica Parker was excellent. Everyone was excellent, especially Sarah Jessica Parker, Dennis Farina. Guys, never seen a Bruce Willis movie or a Tom Sizemore movie? This is another one you should check out. I feel bad for Bruce Willis, what he's going through right now, but at least we have movies to remember him by. Definitely worth checking out. The next one I watched was Tony Scott's movie, The Enemy of the State. We got Will Smith, Gene Hackman, Jon Voight, Regina King, Laura Dean, Jake Busey, Barry Pepper, Jamie Kennedy, Seth Green, Jack Black. I could keep going on. Oh, a little uncredited role with Jason Robards. And I don't know why Tom had a cameo, and he did an excellent in this movie. I wish Tony Scott was still here. I miss his directing. You guys never seen a Tony Scott movie? This is a movie you should check out as well. I love this movie. It's a fun movie. And the shootout was... The best part of it was the shootout scene with Tom Sizemore's character and his man, and Jon Voight's character and his man as well. Worth checking out. The next one I watched is a terrorist movie, Ticker, with Tom Sizemore, Nas, and Steven Seagal. And great casting too, with Dennis Hopper, Jamie Presley, Nash Chili, and Peter Green. When I think of Peter Green, I always think of him as Dorian Tyrell from The Mask. And I think I'm always going to think of him. If you guys like Steven Seagal and never seen this movie, highly recommend it. I loved it. Also, we got Kevin Gage. When I think of Kevin Gage, I always think of him as Waingro in Heat. Worth checking out. And the next one I really highly recommend you guys to watch is Natural Born Killers, directed by Oliver Stone. And I watched this not that long ago, and I absolutely freaking loved it. And everyone was great in it, especially Juliette Lewis. And I really love Robert Downey Jr. in this movie. He played a hell of a character. Guys, never seen an Oliver Stone film? This is a movie you should check out. If you guys like Bonnie and Clyde, I never seen the movie, but this is kind of like Bonnie and Clyde. Definitely worth checking out. And the next one I watched is Paparazzi. And I gotta say, this was probably the most creative movie I ever watched, because this is what happens in real life. When you become famous, paparazzis are not going to leave you alone. And Tom Sizemore and everybody in this movie was excellent. And we got Cole Hauser, Robin Tooney, Dennis Farina, Daniel Baldwin, and also Tom Sizemore. And also Kevin Gage and Tom Highlander. When I think of Tom Highlander, I always think of him as Cutler Beckett from Pirates of the Caribbean films. This was a fun movie. Sometimes I have mixed feelings about this situation. If people are not going to leave you alone, sometimes you just got to take matters in your own hands. That's just my mixed feelings. If you guys like thriller, this is a thriller you should check out. And last but not least, I watched True Romance. I watched this a couple weeks ago, And I watched it years ago, and I really loved the movie. Great casting, great script, and written by Quentin Tarantino. And also, I did not know. Let's see. Quentin Tarantino wrote the story for Natural Born Killers. I know he wrote the story or the screenplay for True Romance. If you guys never seen True Romance, oh my god. I really love the movie so much. Directed again by Tony Scott. And great casting as well. We got Christian Slater, Patricia Arquette, Gary Oldman, Val Kilmer as Elvis, Tom Sizemore, Michael Rapaport, Chris Penn, Bronson Pinchot, Kevin Corrigan, James Gandolfini, who I honestly thought he stole some of the movie as Virgil, Christopher Walken. I could keep going. A lot of great casting. And great. I've seen so many Tony Scott films, and they are great. And True Romance is definitely one of them. And I really love the shootout scene in this movie. If I had to list best shootout scenes, this would be on top of it. That's all the Tom Sizemore movies I've watched. And the first movie I watched Tom Sizemore in is Heat. And I also liked him in Saving Private Ryan, Black Hawk Down, and Pearl Harbor. And also Point Blank. He's been in so many good movies. God rest his soul. Brain aneurysm is the worst way to go. If you guys like me doing these movie reviews or movie tributes, smack the like button, subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you next time. Have a good night, everybody.